Okay, dear students, very good morning. We will start the molecular biology. We will begin from the nucleic acid chemistry. Do you have an idea of nucleic acid? Yes. What is DNA? And what is RNA? DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid, and RNA means only ribonucleic acid. So these two are called nucleic acids. Nucleic acids. Now, as you know, the DNA and RNA are the genetic materials of different organisms. So you have to know the composition of DNA and RNA, how this DNA and RNA are formed, and where they stay in the cell. Inside the cell, you know that they stay in the DNA stay in the chromosome, and RNA in different forms, in the forms of tRNA, mRNA, RNA, in the different sites of the cells. So you have to know the composition of DNA and RNA. Now, before knowing this nucleic acid chemistry, you have to know the basis, the composition of these things. Three parts are there in the DNA and RNA. One is known as nitrogenous bases. Two different types of nitrogenous bases are there. One is known as purine base, another is known as pyrimidine base. I think you know everything of this thing, but still you have to know the structures. Second is, what is nucleoside? Nucleoside. This means nitrogenous base plus ribose. Ribose means a pentose sugar. Ribose in the RNA or deoxyribose in the DNA. So base plus ribose or deoxyribose is known as the nucleoside, and third is the nucleotide. Nucleotide is the nucleoside plus phosphoric acid or phosphate group. It may be single, one, it may be two, or it may be three. If it is one, this is known as nucleoside monophosphate. If it is two, it is known as nucleoside diphosphate, and if it is three, it is known as nucleoside triphosphate. So these are the three basic things that comprises the nucleic acid, either in the form of DNA or in the form of RNA. Now, first we discuss the nitrogenous bases, that is the purine and pyrimidine. Now you have to know the basic nuclear structure of purine and pyrimidine. So just try to remember this architecture or the structure of this. Now these two are identical. The first ring, purine, is composed of two rings. One is a 6-membered ring and another is a 5-membered ring. And the pyrimidine is composed of a single ring. This is a 6-membered heterocyclic ring. Now these two parts are identical. The basic structure is that there is this is the purine nucleus and this is the pyrimidine nucleus. So this is the purine and pyrimidine. So these are identical, these two are identical, this is the different. Now with this structure you have to know the numbering. Now when you are considering the pyrimidine, number from here 5, 6, just remember these two positions 5 and 6. And in this purine, you just remember this identical position 5, and this is not this thing, this is the 6 here, 5, 6 and 7. Just remember these three positions. So when numbering this pyrimidine and purine nucleus, you just number in this way. 5, 6 and 5, 6, 7. The rest of the numbers will automatically come. That is, if it is 5, this is 4, this is 3, this is 2, this is 1. And this is 8, this is 9. So there are 9 numbers in this purine nucleus. And this is 5, this is 4, this is 3, this is 2, and this is 1. So just only remember this 5, 6 and this 5, 6, 7 in case of the pyrimidine. There are two different types of purines. One is adenine, another is guanine. And as far as the pyrimidine is concerned, there are three pyrimides. One is uracil, another is thymine, another is cytosine. So what is that? A means adenine, G means guanine, U means uracil, P means thymine, and C means cytosine. So these are the 5 bases which are present in DNAs and RNAs. To be in particular, U is not present in DNA, it is present in RNA, whereas T is present in DNA and not in RNA. Now you have to know the structure of this purine and pyrimidine bases. Now just start from this purine base. So start from purines. 2 are there. One is adenine, another is guanine. Adenine. You just remember the chemical name. This is known as 6-amino purine. What is that? 6-amino purine. Just draw the purine nucleus. Just draw the purine nucleus. Give the double bonds, put the double bonds. Now number. This is 5, this is 6, this is 7. Now put one amino group at the 6th position, NH2. This is the NH2 group at the 6th position. Now this is adenine. This is adenine, simply written as A. Second is guanine. This chemical name is 2-amino 6-oxo purine. 2-amino 6-oxo purine. Now again write down the structure. Again draw the structure of this purine nucleus. Put the double bonds. Number it. Six and 7. So what is that? 2-amino. Put one NH2 here. 6-oxo. Now when you are putting this oxo, double bond O, you have to wipe off this double bond nearest to this oxo. Now this is double valent, so you have to put one H here. So this is 2-amino. This is 4, 3, 2 position. This is a 2-position amino group. So this is 2-amino 6-oxo purine. This is the guanine. So this is guanine. So adenine and guanine, these are the 2 bases. Now just try to remember this, that there are double bonds almost in the conjugated position, so that redistribution of electrons will confer the partial double bond character to all the bonds present in this purine nucleus. So this is a nearly planar molecule. So these are the purine bases. Now the pyrimidine bases. Now the pyrimidines. Pyrimidines, you start from uracil. You start from uracil. This is 2,4-dioxopyrimidine. What is that? Write down the nucleus, pyrimidine nucleus first. Ascertain the position. 5, 6. So this is 4, this is 2. Now put one oxo group here, another oxo group here, so that only double bond will be here, and there will be addition of this reducing equivalence. So this is known as 2,4-dioxopyrimidine. It is known as uracil, simply written as U. Now next is thymine. What is that? This is uracil plus 1 methyl group, that is 2,4-dioxo-5-methyl. This is extra 5-methyl pyrimidine. Just similar to this structure. Only difference is that there is only extra CH3 group at the 5 position. So at the 2 position and the 4 position there is dioxo, and at the 5 position there is extra methyl group. So this is the thymine, simply written as T. Third is the cytosine. Cytosine is 4-amino, 2-oxo-4-amino, 2-oxo-4-amino pyrimidine. What is that? Just write down this pyrimidine nucleus, number it 5, 6. Next, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Put one oxo group here, another amino group here. So here will be a double bond, here will be a double bond, and this is H here. And this is known as cytosine, or simply written as C. So these are the 5 bases, and as you can see clearly that these are the rings, pyrimidine nucleus. This contains conjugate double bonds. So they are completely planar molecules. So these pyrimidines are completely planar, purines are nearly planar, and this confers the structural different variations in the DNA or organic structure. Now this, you just remember that uracil is present in RNA, whereas in place of uracil, thymine is present in the DNA. Uracil is never present in DNA, and thymine is never present in RNA. So these are the 5 bases or nitrogenous bases. Those are present in the DNA or RNAs. Now second part is the nucleoside. As I have discussed already, nucleosides are nothing but nitrogenous bases plus the ribose or deoxyribose sugar. In case of RNA, it is ribose sugar. In case of DNA, it is the deoxyribose sugar. So second part is nucleoside. Nucleoside means start from this purines first. This adenine plus ribose. Adenine plus ribose. This is known as adenosine. This is known as adenosine. So write down the structure. This is a glycosidic linkage here at the N position. This is known as N9 glycosidic linkage, or this is known as N glycosidic linkage. With here there is a ribose sugar. There is a ribose sugar. There is a ribose sugar. This is a pentose sugar, heterocyclic ring. This is known as a glycosidic linkage. In glycosidic linkage, now it can rotate around its own axis. If it is present away, this configuration is known as anti-configuration. That means the purine ring is here and the ribose is here at the opposite direction. And after rotation, if it comes to this side, this ribose comes to this side. This is known as syn conformation. So it can rotate around this in glycosidic linkage. Now you just remember the naming, that is 5, 6, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is 8, 9. This is the numbering of this purine nucleus. Now how this ribose will be named after? Now to avoid the confusion, prime is used. This is the 1 prime carbon of ribose. This is the 2 prime. This is the 3 prime. This is the 4 prime. And this is the 5 prime. So these are the naming of this ribose nucleus. In case of RNA, there is OH group at the 2 prime position. In case of RNA. But in case of DNA, this O is not there. This is only H at the 2 prime position. That is deoxo. That is ribose is deoxyribose. At the 2 prime position, there is no OH group in DNA. That is why it is 2 prime deoxyribonucleic acid. But in RNA, the O group is present here. That is why it is ribonucleic acid. So this is known as the nucleoside. With adenosine and ribose, this is adenine and ribose, this is adenosine. Now it becomes guanine in place of adenine. This will be guanosine. So come to guanosine. Guanosine is just again draw down this structure of guanine. What is that? There is O and NH2, 2 amino, 6 oxopurine. And here is the glycosidic linkage. In glycosidic linkage, it is the ribose H, CH2OH. These are the 2 prime position. This is the 3 prime position. OH and OH. In case of RNA, OH is there. In case of DNA, there will be only H. So in case of RNA, this OH. In case of DNA, only H. And this is known as guanosine. So guanosine means guanine plus ribose. And this is in anti-configuration. And what will be the, if it rotates here, this side, what will be the configuration? That will be the syn configuration. Now another thing is that this 2 prime position or 3 prime position, this ribose is not a planar molecule. This ribose lies in this way. So this O is behind the board and this part is above the board. It can be represented by a bold line. This is above the board and this is behind the board. Now this 2 prime carbon can be again above its normal plane. That is, if it is a plane, this 2 prime is elevated here. So if it is above, this is known as 2 prime endo. Now again, if it is not planar, if it is below the plane, that is at this position, this is known as 2 prime exo. Same thing can happen with the 3rd position also. If it is above here, it is known as 3 prime endo. And if it is below, it is known as 3 prime exo. Normally, we'll see that this 2' endo position, 2' endo is the predominant form of C2' carbon of this ribose or deoxyribose. 2' endo is the preferred form of this DNA or RNA. So these are the two purine nucleosides. One is adenosine, another is guanosine. Thirdly, we will go for this. Now come to the pyrimidines. Pyrimidine nucleosides. Let us first start with that is the uracil. So uracil plus ribose is known as uridine. That is uracil plus ribose. What is that? Again, just draw the structure of this pyrimidine nucleus. Ascertain the positions by naming it. Add the 2,4-dioxo groups. Here one each here, double bond here. So this is the uracil. Now this one nitrogen forms this N-glycosidic linkage. Now with this thing in the anti-conformation, there is the attachment of this ribose. Again the same ribose that is being attached with this thing. This is the 1', this is the 2', this is the 3', 4' and the 5'. Now in case of RNA this is OH. In case of DNA this is H. So this is uridine. Now in case of thymine, this is thymidine. Thymidine means thymine plus ribose. What will happen there? Just you add here only one methyl group. That is the thymidine. After addition of one methyl group here, this will be converted to a thymidine. Now third is the cytidine. Cytidine is cytosine plus ribose. Again the same thing, this can rotate, this can form anti-ancine conformation, again it can form the 2' endo, 2' exo, it can form the 3' endo, 3' exo, everything. So rotation around this N-glycosidic linkage is 360 degree free rotation, and different rotation will produce different conformation of this molecule, total molecule nucleoside molecule. So what is